A stumbling block for some new Polarian admins can be understanding the different scopes of administration and configuration. It's really not too difficult, and once you see how it works, I think you'll probably be able to jump right in. The two main scopes for admin and config activities are repository and project. Let's take a look at repository first. Think of the repository scope as your global default system configuration. This is where you can set up standards that apply to all new projects across your entire organization. It's really important to plan to spend some time on your global configuration when you first move to Polarian. Get it right in this scope, and everything should go smoothly from there. If you find that task daunting or you're under time pressure, I might just remind you about Polarian's professional services team and our global network of reseller partners. These folks have the experience and the expertise that can help you get a new global configuration up and running quickly and exactly to your needs. So, okay, enough sales job. Back to our configuration scopes. We just looked at the global or repository scope. Project scope settings override their counterparts in the global or repository configuration. If you've done your homework with your users and you have your global configuration set up to the broadest common denominator, most projects your users start won't need any customization on the configuration settings. So let's briefly look at a hands-on example. Pretty easy to understand one, I think, would be the configuration of work item types. Let's look first at a configuration in the repository scope. Notice I'm in a project after logging in, so I need to open the repository. I could go over here to Global Administration link in the navigation, or use the header Open Repository. It's pretty straightforward. Notice that the header always shows if you're working in a project or in the repository. To see the global work item types configuration, I'll open the work items topic and then go to enumerations, and I'll find the work item type config file. Notice it reports that I am looking at the global configuration. Opening it in the GUI editor, we can see here the work item types defined in the global configuration. Now, suppose I'm an admin for a project and we've decided we don't need the task type. First thing is to open the project. I've created an example one here in the sandbox. Notice that Polarian takes me right into the same configuration I was looking at, only in the project scope. This is an easy thing to confuse, so notice that the header tells me where I'm working. Accidentally changing the global scope instead of the project scope is an easy mistake for new admins, so do keep an eye on where you are. By the way, let me just show you, if you're coming into this configuration via navigation, notice here on the page that it's quite clear that you're seeing the project scope version of the config file. So when we open it up, we notice again that the types are the same as the global configuration because the project inherited those defaults. Here I can add a new type, or as we said, remove a type that's not needed. So I'll get rid of the task type. Now I'll get out of the project administration, go into the portal and into work items, and I'll show you that when now I have users wanting to create a new item, there's no option to create the task type because we've customized the global project configuration just for this project. What I've just shown you illustrates configuration in two different scopes, but what you've seen is really not the best practice unless the customization is really just a one-off deal and there's little or no chance that other projects will need to be configured this way. If you know users will need to create other projects customized this way or some way, you'll definitely want to look into creating customized versions of Polarian's project templates, which contain custom configurations your users need. You can find those in the repository administration, project templates. You can consult the help to learn how to customize project templates. And by the way, this is an area when you're looking at your global system configuration, you want to be sure to focus on project templates because you get those done right and you can save both yourself and your users a lot of time in the long run. We hope this brief tutorial has helped you understand about configuration scopes. If you have comments, use the form below to let us know what you think, or contact us at info@polarian.com.